Hello everyone, welcome to this video. And in this video we are going to talk about naming of compounds. How do we name compounds or compounds? First of all, identify the compounds which are there. There are three types of compounds. We have ionic compounds, covalent compounds, and also acids. This video we are going to focus on ionic compounds. How do we name ionic compounds? Ionic compounds. How do we name ionic compounds? So when naming ionic compounds, there are two simple steps that we're supposed to follow. The first step is that write the name of the metal. You write the name of the metal. You have to identify the metal and the non-metal, because ionic compounds, this involves metals and non-metals. So they involve metals and non-metals. So you write the name of the metal and also you write the non-metal. But the non-metal, when writing the non-metal, you change the ending to IDE. You change the ending to IDE. You add IED at the end. You change the ending to IDE at the end. Examples. Number one. So this compound, how can we name this compound? So we have an element which is a metal here, and then we have a non-metal this side. So we have a metal and also a non-metal. How do we name this compound? So remember, we write the metal, the name of the metal, and also we write the name of the non-metal, but at the end you add IDE at the end. So we say sodium, then this one, and then at the end we add IDE. So this is what we add. So it is sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Example number 2. This is a metal. We write magnesium, and then this is a non-metal, and then we add IDE at the end. So this is magnesium oxide. Other example. This is a metal element, and then this is a non-metal. So in writing it, we say this is calcium, and then bromide, IDE at the end, bromide. So this is how we name metals. So this is how we name ionic compounds. This is how we name ionic compounds. But there are some elements which are as multiple charges. There are some elements which has multiple charges, or there are some metals which has multiple charges. How do we deal with those ones, which are called transition metals? So transition metals, they have multiple charges. How do we deal with transition metals which has multiple charges? So you write the charge in Roman numerals. You write the charge in Roman numerals. For example, examples. So the first one is this one, which is the metal, but it's a transition metal. It has got multiple charges. So it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, and so on. So it has got multiple charges. So say ion, and then the charge which is coming from ion is 2. The charge which is coming from ion is 2. So say in Roman numerals 2, and then chloride. Remember, we add IDE at the end. So this is iron 2 chloride. Iron 2 chloride. The other example. This one is iron. The charge that is coming from iron is 3, so in Roman numerals 3, and then chloride. So iron 3 chloride, iron 3 chloride. The other example, so this is copper, that's got a charge. So copper has got a charge of 1 in this compound. Copper has got a charge of 1, so 1, and then oxide, remember oxide, so copper 1 oxide. But in this scenario, copper has 2 as a charge, because 2 that is coming, a charge that is coming from oxygen and the charge which is coming from copper 2, they cancel each other. So that's the reason why it is copper without a 2 here and oxygen without anything. So it is copper, and then Roman numerals 2 oxide. So this is copper 2 oxide. So this is how we name ionic compounds. This is how we name ionic compounds. See you in the next video where we're going to talk about naming covalent compounds.